Thickies, welcome back to Thick Girls Guide, your official guide for all things fashion, lifestyle, and traveling. And in today's video, we are going to be going over what is in my personal item bag when I travel. So the personal item bag, we're going to go over kind of the ins and outs of it, why I pack what I pack, and for what purpose, and all of that. So definitely stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the Thick Girl gang, and give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive into it. Right, so when you're flying, again, you get, whether you're doing a carry-on only or not, you still get a personal item bag. So that is, you'll have your carry-on that is stored up above when you're flying, and then your personal item bag, which is what typically stored in the area underneath the seat in front of you. Sometimes if there's room, you can also put it above if you don't want to have it in front of you as well, which is what I typically will try to do. That way I have the most leg room as possible. So with that, your personal item, it can either be like a purse, you can have a tote bag, it's got to be kind of a smaller tote bag, or my personal favorite is a backpack. I find that having a backpack, one, holds a really good amount of stuff without getting too heavy and too bulky, but also I don't want to have to carry this thing through the airport. So I love that it goes on my back. It's nice and comfortable. I'm hands-free. I'm not lugging this stupid tote bag around. I hate a tote bag when traveling because it just kills my shoulder and it keeps slipping off, and it's so annoying. And then just a regular purse, I feel like it's, again, not big enough, I would say, to put everything that I need in it for my personal item. And then on top of that, again, you have to either, if it's a handbag or top handle, you have to carry it up the whole time, or you got to put it on your arm and then it's hurting your arm because it's so heavy. Or if you do a shoulder strap, again, it's digging into your shoulder. So this is why I highly recommend a backpack over any other type of bag, or a duffel bag or tote bag or whatever, when traveling. Like, I'm super adamant on it. So if you haven't tried it, try it. I swear it'll change your life. Now, planning what is going to go into your personal item is extremely important, because it just makes sure that you have all your in-flight essentials with you. And it ensures that you're not bored because you have all your entertainment stuff. It ensures you're not starving. You'll have like your snacks, your water. It also can serve as, like, if you're doing a checked bag and let's say, God forbid, it gets lost, you can also put in a little bit of extra clothing, kind of stuff like that into the bag. Not a lot, but enough to kind of get you by for a few days while they find your luggage. But also make sure you're as comfortable as possible during your flight. So you're not getting too hot or cold, but also that you're not inconveniencing other passengers around you. So that brings me kind of to my next point of, don't be that annoying person during the flight. If you're properly prepared and you're organized, then you won't be missing anything during your flight. You'll be comfortable, or as comfortable as possible, I should say, because flights are not really that comfortable just in general. But you also won't be that person who is rifling through all their stuff in the middle of the flight, and Lord knows they're in the middle and causing irritation to people on both sides, or they're up and down 27 times trying to get their stuff out of the top compartment, and it's just annoying. Okay, so I just try to minimize what I need to dig for. I like to have everything in front of me ready to go so that it's less stress for me, but also for the other people who are around me. So let's dive into how I organize my in-flight personal item bag and what is actually in it. Okay, so as I kind of stated in the beginning, I will always use a backpack. Now, I have two different kinds. For an in-depth review of kind of both of these, definitely check out my new travel gadget guide. It'll be linked at the end of this video for you. But this is my Luggage backpack. Absolutely love this. Fantastic for a personal item. Doesn't allow you to really overstuff it too much. Still has a trolley strap, all that jazz. Very comfortable padded straps, which is what I love about it. This one is what I will typically use if I'm checking a bag. The second one has a different kind of purpose. And then this one is, I think the brand's REFERRAL, I think is how you say it. But this one is a bit different. So this one will actually kind of lay flat and allow you to really pack additional clothing in it. Almost like a mini suitcase. And so this one I would bring if I'm doing carry-on only and I needed to pack extra, like quite a bit of extra clothing in here as well as use it as my personal item bag. So that's the difference between the two. Again, if you want to see like all the different compartments and all that, check out the other video because I definitely go into more depth in there. So for most of the time, I'm typically checking luggage. So I would go with my Luggage backpack, and again, super durable, really great quality. So highly recommend this. But inside here, I would pack, if I was checking a bag, I will put into that bag at the very bottom, because I don't need to access it, at least a couple pairs of panties, a dress, probably some kind of like shapewear biker short that I would wear under a dress, and maybe another top and a pair of leggings or something like that. In case my checked bag got lost, I at least have a couple different options to be able to wear the next couple days. On top of that, what I also would then pack into it are these fantastic little baggies. So one super cute little leopard print rose gold hardware. They are kind of dirty because I've used these a bunch of times. But very easy to clean out. I just need to actually clean it right now. But vinyl, kind of PVC, kind of clear material here that's easy to wipe down. But it comes with a 3-pack of these. And so I organized my stuff into 3 different little baggies. And so we'll go through each of these, but these are the first thing that I use. Now, this empty one I will typically use for kind of snacks usually. And I have another little snack container I'll talk about because I got a new one. But I have definitely shoved a bunch of snacks in here, and again, it's not too much. It's enough for you for a pretty long flight to keep you satisfied, probably there and back. And then again, also just easy little bag, nice and organized, everything separated into these little baggies. So I have had all 3 of these basically stuffed into the seat pocket in front of me, so I didn't need to grab anything out of my larger bag at all. So the next thing is my little techie bag. So this I put in, let me unzipper here. So this I will put in, this is my little fan. This is also a power bank and a flashlight. If you've watched my other videos, you've probably seen this one. So again, those airplanes can get really hot. So this is just great to have, especially as a plus size traveler. You know, I feel like we definitely get hotter than, you know, little skinny people because we got more insulation, okay? So this, and also if you're going through the change or something, lifesaver right here. So I always have this when I travel, or some kind of fan. Again, I also have like a neck fan that I've worn before. I don't typically do that one in a plane. That's more for like excursions, was what I'll do that one typically for. But nonetheless, a fan is a must. The second thing in here, again, trusty iWalk charger. This thing will just plug right into the bottom of your phone. It is fantastic. I have like 3, not even kidding, like that's how much I love them. So these are amazing, but even if you don't do this type of kind of power bank, when you're traveling, I definitely recommend to have some kind of power bank. Never know if you're actually going to be able to plug into the outlets in the airport. Some planes don't have USB outlets to be able to plug in a phone charger. Some do. So it's just, there's too many unknowns for me to not have a power bank with me. I highly recommend to get something. The next thing I have is, again, I don't travel without this thing. and it is the Paralogic's little phone clamp. Again, I don't want to have to hold my phone the whole time, the whole flight, especially if it's a really long flight. So this will clamp to the seat back little tray thing in front of you, and then it holds your phone for you so you can just watch TV and all of that. Have talked about this thing a lot as well in several other videos. I have two, so I have the little cute little purple one, and then I have a black one. Again, I don't travel without this thing, so this goes in my little tech bag. The next thing that I have is, of course, my AirPods. And whether or not you like Apple or not, I would say some kind of headphone, whether it be a wireless headphone, or if you prefer the ones that go over your head, you'll need that to be able to pair to your phone and to watch movies or play your games. Like, they will not allow you to just have that thing on full blast. Like, there's nothing more annoying than somebody who's trying to make you listen to their type of music or their game or whatever. Like, the flight attendant will come by and will make you shut that thing off, as you should. So you need to have some kind of headphone if you're going to do that, and or watch movies or whatnot. Especially for a long haul flight, these are a must. And if you're on a really, really long flight, you may consider having these as well as a regular over the head kind of Bluetooth earphones as well. So sometimes, you know, one or the other kind of starts to irritate your ears or something like that. So it's kind of nice to have different things if you have room to do so. I personally, I just bring these. I think the other ones are a bit too bulky for me to kind of lug around. And then the next thing I have, this is a newer item for me, but this is if you, oops, I'm dropping pieces here. So if you are on a flight where they have the video display in front of you, a lot of them you need like the actual like wired headphones to plug into this little jack thing. So what this thing is it's a Bluetooth adapter. So you plug this in, this will pair to your headphones, so you don't have to bring one of those corded headphones. So I haven't actually used this one yet, but it's very highly rated on Amazon. I bought it again for some upcoming trips, so I will keep you posted, but I thought this was super smart to have just in case. The other thing that it comes with is a little baggie, so it just stores right in there, and then it has the little power cord because you do have to charge it, and it takes a USB-C, and then the European jack if you need it. And then it just is all in this little tiny bag, super small. Again, I just chucking it in my little tech bag there, so I have it if I ever need it. And the other thing I would put in my tech bag that I'm not going to go unplug everything just for the video, but it's my actual cords. So to charge my iPhone as well as the USB-C adapter, I think is everything else that plugs into the rest of it. I would have those two cords in here as well, ready to go if I ever needed them. In addition to my little tech bag, I'm also obviously bringing my phone. If it's a long flight, I'm also going to bring my iPad. So that's the other thing. I'm not going to go get it, but you know what an iPad looks like. So I will bring that as well as my phone. Again, just giving you more options. I like the iPad because if you're watching movies and stuff, it's a bigger screen than your phone, you know, tiny little thing. So a nice thing to have to be able to switch kind of back and forth, as well as a actual book. And the reason I say the actual book rather than having the book or the books downloaded to your iPad and whatnot is because sometimes when you're looking at screens for hours and hours and hours, it hurts your eyes. And so having an actual book there with you gives you something to occupy your time, but while also letting your eyes rest from, you know, the screens. So that is one thing that I would pack in there as well. And then also another idea is, especially if you have kids, is like coloring books or some other kind of activity book like Sudoku or word searches, kind of stuff like that. That's also something you could throw in there. That's a nice thing to give your eyes a rest from all the different screens. So reason for the interruption is Level 8 sent me 2 different pieces of luggage to review. If you haven't heard of Level 8, then I suggest you check them out because they are an online luggage brand, but they have very high quality pieces for an affordable price. So the majority of what they have is a lot of carry-on pieces. So both of what they sent me are carry-on pieces, and I will insert the video that I did in here showing the inside, the outside, the different kind of features of the pieces. But one of them is like a kind of a baby pink color, and it has black accents, really, really cute. And then the other one is like this kind of, I mean, I feel like Devil Wears Prada cerulean blue. Which is, it's so adorable. Just the style of it, very retro. Absolutely love that one too. So also, if you are wanting to do carry-on only, Level 8 is a fantastic luggage brand, and they've actually gifted me 2 pieces of luggage. So I'm going to put in some information about those 2 pieces here. So if you're interested, links will be down below, of course. And also, Level 8 has given me a discount code for you guys. So if you are interested, you can save some money. So thank you so much to Level 8 for sending these pieces over, and I'm really excited to travel with them soon. I will be using one of them when I go to New Orleans in late May, early June. So I'll give you guys more feedback once I actually use the bags. But upon initial inspection, top quality. I mean, I get my luggage at like TJ Maxx because aesthetics, okay? You know how I am. But these are like a world of difference. Like, they still have the aesthetic and the fun colors, but they're really well made. So while I had my like adorable little Betsy Johnson, well, actually it wasn't little, it was huge. I could fit like, you know, my whole life in there, but it wasn't great quality. So if you are in the market for some new luggage that's high quality but still affordable prices and has cute aesthetics, then definitely check out Level 8. Again, everything will be linked down below, so I highly recommend to check them out. And again, thank you Level 8 for sending over these pieces for me to review. Can't wait to use them on my future trip to New Orleans. The other snack container option is something like this. Now this is by Gobi. So this thing is made for toddlers. So great if you have kids on a flight. But me, being a grown woman, bought it for herself to take on an airplane for snacks. So what I like about it is it's really good quality. So one, if you do have kids and they drop this thing, nothing's gonna happen to it. But also, you can only open it so far. So it'll let you open like 2 compartments at a time, but you can also kind of minimize it to 1. And then they can also switch what snack section they want to choose from, and you can just close it. So if they drop this thing, the snacks aren't gonna go flying everywhere. Or if I've had too many mimosas on the plane or something, if I drop it, it's not going anywhere either. But I just thought it was like a really good quality item just to be able to toss in your bag. You've got your own snacks. That way, if there's any issues with the flight or the food on it, you're not starving. You've got your own resources. So the next pouch that I bring, this has all the necessities in it. So let's unpack her. She's a lot. So the first thing that I have is my hair clip. Again, when I'm traveling, like, I get irritated with my hair. I also, pro tip, always travel with your hair down, and then you can put it up later if you get annoyed with it. So I mean like fresh washed hair, because when I travel, or period, well, when I have my hair up, one, I don't have the luxury of taking it down, okay? Like, my hair is the type of hair where it will look like a full-on mullet and just stay exactly where it was when I take the hair out. Like, it looks crazy. So I don't have that luxury to be able to take my hair up and down. Like, when it's up, it's staying up. But also, it causes me headaches when it's up for a really long time. So that's why I recommend, like, start with it down, and then if you get annoyed with it and whatever, have some hair ties and hair elastics where you can put it up if you want to, especially for a long haul flight. So my first thing is my hair clip. The second thing is I have my hand sanitizer. Now this is the spray from Bath and Body Works, but you can also do like the gel kind and whatnot. Along with that though, I also have the wet ones, wipes. One, to wipe down that nasty airplane, because Lord knows it's got 1.5 million germs up on there. and they rarely clean it the way that it should be cleaned in between flights. They just don't have time to do that. But also, like, if you get something sticky on yourself or whatever, like, these are amazing to just have on you. Next thing I have is tissue. Again, you never know when you're going to sneeze or you're going to need that, or someone around you might need it. Definitely a must. Next thing that I always have, now this may not be for everyone, but I am an avid Q-tip fanatic. So I've talked about kind of with the other type of headphones, the ones that go over your head and cup around your ear. For some reason, they make my ears kind of sweat and get like wet inside, and it creeps me out. So that's why I have these Q-tips. So if I'm wearing that, or if my earbuds do the same thing, I can dry that out. I know you're not supposed to use these in your ears, but whatever. But you're doing it for years, y'all. So this is something that I need to have on a long haul flight. If it's a shorter flight, I don't pack this usually, except in my toiletry bag. But if it's a long haul flight, this is with me in the plane. The next thing I will always have is going into oral hygiene. So one, gum. Not only does it help with your ears popping when you're ascending and descending in the airplane, but also can help freshen up some breath. Brings me to my next two items. So the other thing is, again, these little, I've talked about these in other videos, the little wisp from Colgate. Now, I don't use these all the time, but they are good to have on hand. If you do need to freshen up your teeth, they're getting a little furry, you can't get to your bag, or you don't want to open your whole huge and try to get your actual toothbrush and toothpaste out of there and all that. These are great just for a quick little freshen up. And then also the these little things have little flossers in them. So you pull one of those out, and it is just the little flosser. Also has a pick on the end here as well. And then they all stay wrangled in this little dispenser. So I like these. This comes in a little pack of 4 different colors as well. But these are a lifesaver if you have something stuck in your teeth and you just need to get it out. So I always have those in flight with me. Little baggie. The next thing is, the airplane is so dry. Not sure exactly why, but because of that, and also I'm also a lip balm fanatic. So I will always have at least one lip balm on me at all times. So there is one always in this little travel bag. On top of that, I also carry hand lotion. So this is the Gold Bond little travel hand cream. This stuff is fantastic. One, it doesn't really have much of a scent to it. So really good when you're in an airplane full of people. You don't want highly scented stuff. You never know what someone else is allergic to. So that's why I like this particularly, is because it's not going to upset, someone else's senses. But also, it just really is very, very moisturizing. It doesn't give you that terrible, greasy, bacon grease, nasty texture like some hand creams do. And it absorbs pretty quickly. So that's why I honestly prefer this one over every other kind of hand cream I've ever found. And the last thing for kind of dryness is eye drops. So these are just basic lubricating eye drops. Again, if you're it's just super dry in there, and the last thing you want to do is have some like dry, itchy eyes and you're not able to fix it. Like that's super uncomfortable, to be honest. So those are the 3 things I use for kind of battling the dryness of the airplane and drying everything out. It will just make you a lot more comfortable knowing that you have these items with you. And I guarantee you will use those during the flight. The next thing I have packed in here are the feminine products. So you never know when she's gonna surprise you. So you always have to be prepared. I mean, I've had times where it wasn't supposed to happen for probably like a week or so. And then something, I think with the altitude, like brought it on early. So luckily I was prepared. I had some items in my box and made sure that we were good to go. So whether or not it's that time of month, I pack these regardless. If it's a long flight and you're kind of close to that time of month, I would pack more than that, but at least have one of each just for peace of mind. The next thing that I always carry, I've talked about this before as well, but it is Band-Aids. So whenever you're traveling, so here's my Band-Aids. Whenever you're traveling, there's always a ton of walking. And again, no matter how comfortable your shoes are, I feel like they always start rubbing all kinds of weird whenever you decide you want to travel and walk a lot. So these are great to just slap on that spot that's getting irritated, and it prevents it from getting worse and kind of blocks that irritation. And so it doesn't develop into something worse like a full-on blister. So always, always, always carry that. And again, have it in my personal item just so it's easy to get to. And then the next thing I always have is a nail file. Now, these are just available at the dollar store, just super thin, tiny. You can, if you lose it, it's no big deal. But again, you never know when you're going to bump your nail on something and it becomes a hangnail and it gets all kinds of crazy. So these are a must, okay? So just always travel with one of those. And the last thing, kind of going off the hair clip in the beginning there, is the hair elastics. So what I do is I clip together 2 elastics. This is my smaller one, kind of when I do my little bun. And then I have a little hair clip up here too, as well as the big one. Actually, we can do that so they're all together. But yeah, just have like all the hair stuff all together. And so that is what is in my main bag for getting through the flight, especially long haul flights. So on to the next items. Now, the next thing that I recommend to have in the bag is some kind of pill case or organizer. These are a must, personally. You need some type of, almost like a mini first aid kit when you're traveling, but also on the plane, because you never know if you're just randomly going to get a headache or something like that, or you know, when you get to your destination, your allergies might be acting up or something like that. You want to make sure that you have your proper medications with you while traveling. So like ibuprofen, aspirin, allergy medicine, things for stomach issues, heartburn, etc. So super smart to have this on the plane with you and at least easy access to it in your personal item. And then one of the last things I would make sure to pack in your personal item is, if you wear glasses, make sure you don't forget your glasses, so that when you are reading any kind of book or anything like that, you have them ready. I also pack in here these fantastic little lens cleaning wipes. Also great for travel. Can also clean your screens of your devices such as your phone or iPad and whatnot as well. So multiple uses for those. And then of course, if you're the type of person who can sleep on a plane, I personally cannot, then maybe an eye mask as well. So again, I don't really have an eye mask because I can't really sleep on planes. So if we're going down, I needs to know. But anyway, so if you are that type of person who does really need kind of that blackout to be able to sleep, then an eye mask is a great thing to add in there as well. Okay, so here's everything laid out for the personal item, and I am going to pack it into the carry-on now. One thing I haven't talked about before, I think, well, I've actually got 2 of these, but that's a little travel wallet. So it has all sorts of places you can put your like passport and boarding passes, credit cards, stuff like that. So I'll link this one down below as well. And then also either your sunglasses or reading glasses if you need them. And then for the clothing, I have a pair of leggings, 1 t-shirt, 1 tunic top, 1 dress, 3 pairs of underwear, and 2 pairs of socks. And again, that's just for, you know, in case you're checking a bag and it gets lost or stolen. Oh, and this is my camera case. So obviously we're filming with the camera now, but those are the batteries and SD cards and stuff like that. So that will go in here as well. fit into the personal item bag. All right, so that is everything that I pack in my personal item when I travel. Hope this was helpful for you guys. All of the things that, or I would say most of the things that I show you are typically from Amazon, so I'll have those linked below if you are interested. They are affiliate links, so I do make a small commission off of those if you do purchase from there. So thank you in advance if you do. If not, you can just search the kind of the item description. I'm sure you can find it. Overall, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the Thick Girl Gang, and give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.